Hi, my name is Rob Johnson, and I am the AP US History teacher this year at Hale Ray. And before we get started, I just wanted to show you a cute pic of my son. He was born this past April. His name is Madden. All right, so this year in AP US History, we are covering everything from 1491, when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue, all the way up to present day. So we have 9 different units that are outlined by College Board in the AP curriculum that cover everything from Native Americans to European colonization, the American Revolution, the development of American culture, the Civil War, the Reconstruction era, to the Gilded Age, American imperialism, world wars in the home front, post-war America, and finally ending with the rise of conservatism in the 1980s and the challenges of the 21st century. So in this class, each lesson that we do will be designed to help students succeed on the AP exam, which means plenty of time to practice the different parts of the AP exam. Grading for this class will be based on a point system, and the grade for assignments and for the quarter will be determined by the total number of points a student earned divided by the total possible points. So, for example, exit slips are worth about 25% of their grade. And exit slips are like a little quiz, a little check at the end of every class so that I can get an understanding to see if the students learned what they're supposed to that lesson, or if they still need a little bit of practice, or if it's just one individual that needs practice. Classwork is worth about 35% of the grade, and that consists a lot of the practice assignments that we're going to do for the AP exam, like multiple choice and writing short answer questions. And finally, tests, projects, and essays will be the rest of their grade, about 40%. And those are the exams that we take, and then some longer-term essays that we will work on. Grades will be posted on PowerSchool promptly, and feedback will be given for each assignment. I'm usually pretty quick about posting grades to PowerSchool, usually within a day or two of students receiving the assignment and turning it in. They'll get their grade, and feedback is always given so students can know how to improve. Also, students have an opportunity to redo their assignments if they score below an 80% on, to receive up to an 80%. They have 5 school days to do that, and they just need to be in communication with me as far as what their plan is and how they're going to do that. Now, for the AP exam, which is why students are taking this course, all students are asked to take the AP exam this year. So if you're in the class, everyone is going to take it. The goal is for students to receive a 3, 4, or 5 on the exam, and that gives them a chance to receive college credit. However, it does depend on the college they apply to. Some schools accept a 3, some a 4, and some just a 5. This year, the AP US History exam is Thursday, May 6th. Now, if you're wondering kind of what the exam will look like, there's basically 4 parts to the exam. The first part is multiple choice questions. There's 55 different questions, and that's worth 40% of the exam, and students have 55 minutes to do that part. So that's a minute per question, which is pretty tough because some of the questions involve a couple of paragraphs to read. So we're doing a lot of practice with that. The second part are short answer questions, where students are asked to read or analyze a cartoon and answer 3 short answer questions on about 13 minutes each. And that's about 20% of their grade. And then the last 2 parts of the exam are both essays. One of them is called the document-based question, or the DBQ. And that is where students are given 6 documents to read, and then they have to form an argument and write an essay in 60 minutes. And last is one of the toughest parts, and that is the long essay. And students are simply given a prompt with no readings, no help, and they must write 40 minutes, develop an argument based on that prompt. So again, all year, we're going to be focusing on these different types of questions, giving students tons of practice on these, and we really hope that students are successful when they get to the exam using the skills that we learned in class. As far as remote versus in-person learning, I work very hard to make sure that there is as little as difference as possible. So the lesson plan with all the objectives and activities is posted daily to the Google Classroom. And each day we follow a similar format so that everybody can get in a routine. So students at home or in person kind of know the steps that we're going to take. And that way, if we ever do have to go distance learning again, or if a student needs to stay home, they are more comfortable with what they're going to be expected to do. And finally, remote learners and in-person learners, like I said, have the same work and the same expectations. The only difference would be the remote learners are expected to be on Google Meet, and in-person learners are in class every day, but both are going to have an opportunity to discuss questions, share their work, and get some feedback and help from me. So that is about it. If you have any questions for me or you want to know more about the class AP US History, my email, which is right here, is the best way to communicate with me. And I look forward to this year, and I hope we all do very well on the AP exam. Thank you. Bye.